And by the way, Dick Masterson was awesome on this show. He was great. And the thing about it was he didn't even go hard at him. He listened. Hold on, let me show. Let's look at a little bit of Dick Masterson's performance here when he shows up. Is it right at the beginning? Here we go. This is how all this started.
I'm giving them money. That's
all right.
I can talk about it.
He's here. Welcome to the stream, Dick Masterson.
Hello. What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. Eric, what are you doing, man? Why are you this sensitive to simple criticism? Like, even coming from Ethan, who's like an industry veteran, dude. It comes off as so childish and insecure. You know that, right?
I disagree. I think you're dramatizing what's happening, but I'm cool with that.
Well, read chat, buddy. Read chat, because they know. Chat always knows. You're coming up for a guy who made $3.7 million fucking dollars that you can't take like basic story structure critiques that I didn't even invent.
I'm okay with basic story structure critique.
Okay, what's your plot?
As far as what?
Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Why on earth would I explain all of that? What do you mean, like going into the future for ISOM 1, 2, and 3?
No, I'm talking about book 1. What's the plot? Like, what's the character's
what
motivation?
Part did you not understand? What part are you confused on? I'll answer any questions that you have. Just be direct.
Did he write this book or not? Like, I'm serious. Like, did he write the book? Because I mean, it's like the fact that it's like, what do you mean? What's the plot in terms of what? I mean, what?
Okay.
Okay.
What are Isam's superpowers? He's a superhero. He puts himself in danger. We need to know what kind of super abilities he has to know if he's risking his life.
Do you see him do anything super in the book?
Yeah, he gets thrown down into a car and smashed the shit out of the car. So he seems like a superhero.
What about you remember the guy that he fought, Santuan? He fought him twice. Did he do anything super during those interactions?
Yeah, he jumped off a wall and then flipped around in midair and threw him through that same wall. That's pretty super.
So that means that you at least see that he, as far as what his powers are, he's able to do some super things. What you don't know is like the origin of those powers and to what extent. And we'll get to explaining those. Just be patient. It's the first book.
Okay, so he does have superpowers? I mean,
yeah, I think when you fall from as far as he did when he got thrown onto a car
why does
by Yara, as well as when he jumps off a wall and then he jumps into another exit and rams him into a brick wall and the brick wall breaks. I think it's pretty obvious, and I don't have to hold the person's hand and explain that to them that he probably has powers because of regular.
Why don't you just say yes then? What's up with this like smug attitude? Why that's kind of been my problem this whole time. Like I gave you very basic notes of
and we went through those notes. We went through those notes, no problem. We went through.
Yeah, I know you called me a hoe ass N-word while you were going through the notes. I saw that, but
yeah, I went through the notes and we talked about all of that. You called me a scammer, so yeah, that makes you a hoe ass nigga because you lying about my business. So yeah, I do stand by that. I want to be clear now that you
your business is marketing anti-woke shit to morons.
Well, that's and you're free to that opinion. I've never marketed anything as such, but you call my business a scam. This is something that's my livelihood.
Dance on the
you call my business a scam, and I called you a hoe ass nigga. And now you're hearing me calling you one, and I just want to be clear. That's
you said you were going to dance on the graves of Marvel and DC comic artists.
No, what I said, no. See, you're getting a saying wrong. At least get it correct if you're going to talk about it. What I'm saying is, I said I'd moonwalk on the dead careers of comic pros is what I said.
Well, I
heard me say that on your stream as well.
Why? Like, see what I mean? Like, it's like, no, I didn't. You said you're going to dance on the graves of the comic artists. What? No, I said I'd moonwalk on. It's.
I say it all the time.
Is this more? This is like the assault thing. Like you get hung up on these really simple details. I can't tell if you genuinely don't understand the point, or if you're just trying to.
What point have I not addressed? What else?
You have set yourself up as an alternative to other comics.
Now you're mad. Now you're mad. Just calm down.
I am mad because you're lying. You're lying to your audience and you're lying to me. You
set
yourself up as an upcoming alternative to mainstream comics, and that buying your shitty book for $40 would somehow strike a blow into Marvel and DC
Well,
comics.
I think you're being disingenuous. I'll
Is it
explain
true or
exactly what the
false?
point of I'll explain exactly what the point is. Am I a competitor? Yes. I have 3 principles
Not
with
according
the
to your book,
Rippaverse.
you're not.
All right, well, that's fine. You're free to that opinion. Nonetheless, I have 3 principles. We have that over there at the Rippaverse Ethics. And one of those, of course, there are people that have issue. I've griped and moaned about the mainstream, and I've talked about it extensively about my certain issues. And I went through every bit of that and building my actual company. So to those people, yes, they may find that my company and the books that we make and we put out or release, publish, whatever you want to call it, the books that we put out, they might enjoy that. This idea that I'm going to topple, I believe you said that to me in a tweet, something about toppling Hollywood. That's not anything that I've ever presented to do.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
making
that's a
movies or
euphemism
anything.
because Hollywood is all Marvel now. Like Hollywood is comic books right now. So
well,
saying you're
I'm
challenging
in
mainstream
the business of
comics
making
is saying like I'm going to challenge Hollywood. Like I don't
No,
understand why you're taking issue with something that is like a fine.
that's not
it's
really
totally
my
fine
approach.
to say you're challenging Hollywood. I don't know why you're
no,
not.
no, that's cool. That's inaccurate though. That's fine. That's inaccurate.
Well, so do your customers think that you're challenging Hollywood? Like I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. You're one of the few people that I've ever heard worded as such, as far as like toppling Hollywood. Like I've never even presented myself as if I was going to do that. Now,
Okay,
if
so
they
what are you
feel that
doing
way,
then?
thankfully, but I'm gonna need a lot more than $3.7 million to do that.
Well, you're going to need a good story, and you don't have one.
And that's fine. You're free.
And you don't
I
even
disagree.
understand
You
what's
can have
wrong
that
with your
position.
story. See, your main character has no motivation. He's doing a wellness check on a girl that's the daughter of a friend of a family that goes to church. And then when he finds that girl, she doesn't even say she's in trouble. Your entire
It's
plot
almost
revolves...
as if there's going to be more. That's not a plot hole. It's almost
No,
as
it's
if there's
no
more
plot.
to it.
It's not
no
a plot
plot.
hole. It's no plot.
Well,
There is
no, it's
no
plot. It's
reason for
plot.
him to be involved at all. She's not in
Okay.
trouble. She
Okay.
doesn't say she's in trouble.
All right.
There's no indication she's in trouble.
Right,
Your plot
right.
is literally nothing.
Okay, so do you not know why did I'm gonna ask you this question since you supposedly read it. Why did Isom go back to the club after he was thrown out the first time?
Because he was disrespected. Because he's a stand-in
Okay,
for
so you
you,
just said-
and the
you just
only thing
said
you
that he
care
had-
about is
he-
being disrespected.
Okay, so you just said that he had no motivations, and you just named one.
But that's like
That's
not
not
a
a
good
motivation for a
All right,
hero.
if you don't
That's
like
like a
that,
motivation for a
if you don't
shithead.
like that, if you don't like that as a motivation for why he was really driven to go back to that club, I'm perfectly fine with that. I just disagree.
Yeah, but it also doesn't flow from the first motivation. Like your first motivation should be enough to start the story, and then as it evolves during the story, it should become more personal to the hero.
Well,
Yours
that's exactly
doesn't
what
evolve.
happened.
It's
That's literally what happened with the disrespect.
It's totally
That's-
different. It's
No,
out
that
of
no.
nowhere
All right,
that
so
he's
all right, so that's literally
disrespected.
what happened. All right, I'm gonna explain it to you. He first went, and again, you're free to disagree with that and not like it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But he first went to see what's up with Jasmine upon the request of his sister, right? He goes and sees her. Something happens out of that, and he specifically makes it personal, right, to him and he goes through the internal dialogue as far as why he's wanting to do this. He talks about him not being a detective. He talks about the fact that this could make the issue worse, but I actually want to punch this guy in his face. He discusses each and every bit of that during the internal dialogue. You're saying, I guess, that motivation for him doing that, because I guess he has flaws and all that, is not good enough for you for the first book. That's fine with me. I just disagree.
I'm saying it's not good, and that if you want to be a comic writer, you should
And
learn what makes good motivation.
I disagree. I think.
But that's the problem. Is you're a beginner. You don't know shit about
Well,
this, and you disagree with everything.
Again, I can disagree with your position, but there are people that have the complete opposite position, and your word isn't gospel.
They're your fans, dude. They're just people. And by the way, I'm sitting there trying so hard to be expressionless here. I want you to understand the position that I'm in. I'm fully aware that like 80% of my fans are also his fans. And if I show any sign of like, I'm agreeing with Dick Masterson here, or Eric is saying stupid shit, if that crosses my face for a minute, like people are going to catch on and get mad at me. And that's where I was at this moment. Like, God damn, so frustrating. I'm just not used to dealing with this. And I'm being held captive. I have to be quiet. I can't really argue in a persuasive way or say what I think or feel or mean, because I'm afraid of losing my audience. And that's what was going on there. I'm glad Dick Masterson was there to say something. this was the point right here where I completely lost all respect for Eric July. This right here, I just said, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, your friends who want to suck your ass so they can get access to all that money
and
in
that's
your
cool
audience.
with me. That's cool with me. You don't have to disrespect my customers there, but there are people that have
money. I'm disrespecting your friends.
No, I don't have that many. I don't have 40,000 friends. I don't have 40,000 friends, by the way. Nonetheless, you don't have to disrespect my customers.
I'm not.
And that's cool. That's cool. If you don't like the story,
your friends.
If I don't have 40,000 friends, but if you don't like the story, that's your business. You're good.
Your friends that are telling you you're doing a good job.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. That's fine. That's your business.
Do you not understand? Like, do you not think that you could get better by listening to some of these notes? Like, do you not understand
to yours? I'm gonna be completely honest. To yours, no. But there are people that I can listen to whose opinion that I value. It's just not yours.
Yeah. Okay. So you think your story was good?
Yep.
What cliffhanger did it end on? Your book, the big
Didn't read it?
Yes, I read. I don't know why you're telling people I didn't read the book when I took like exhaustive notes on.
Yeah, I know. You got some things fundamentally wrong, and that's why I thought that you maybe didn't read it, or maybe you was reading from someone else's notes.
I think I don't know if you're like weirdly obsessively fixated on lines that I wrote while I was reading so I could remember later, or if you're like disingenuously misrepresenting the notes.
Like you did my book. Like you did some of the events in my book.
I think your book is a story failure.
And that's fine. That's fine.
But that's not misrepresenting it.
Well, no, misrepresenting would be like claiming that someone assaulted someone when they didn't. That would be misrepresenting.
Nah, if you don't know if somebody's if a big black guy on the street grabs a girl, that's assault in my book. And if she doesn't say like, "Oh yeah, hey, how are you?" that's assault.
Okay, all right. So putting his hand on the shoulder of someone, saying, "Hey, let me know if this is involuntary to you is assault." All right, I for sure won't be listening to anything you have to say.
It's a joke. I'm writing these notes for myself so I remember. It's not a major thing, but I saw him grabs Jasmine's shoulder, and then the security guard grabs his shoulder, and he goes, "Who are you to just grab somebody's shoulder?" Like he just did that in the panel right before it.
What he said was why is this your first instinct? Because he told him obviously in an aggressive way, which is the complete opposite of what ISOM did. You see that he's grabbing him in the way that he did, and he uses that to justify whooping the guy's ass. Yeah. And then he walks in the club. And the other thing that you misrepresented, which is hilarious, where you try to give me advice, but the actual advice that you were talking about this earlier, the actual advice that you give me there is exactly what happened. Where you say what he should have did was go in there, run in the club, warn everybody, and then get attacked. And that's exactly what happened. Yet you said that's what I should have done.
I mean, you're hung up with like small
details. I'm hung up.
So
you mentioned something that you
see. This is how Eric argues. So this is just to make this clear. The way Dick Masterson created his critique was he read the book, and as he was reading it, he typed notes. That's weird that he grabs her shoulder, like that's assault, and then the guy behind him that's weird. And he just typed frame it like stream of consciousness while he was reading the book. And then at the end of all of those notes, he comes up with his 3-paragraph summation critique of the story structure. That's really all you needed to read. But what Eric did was very dishonestly go through that stream of consciousness, which was usually like Dick Masterson saying, I was kind of joking. Like they're like, me saying, isn't it funny how he assaults her by grabbing her shoulder and then a security guard does it? It's a joke. It's not. Eric goes, well, the whole thing's a joke then. Your entire critique is a joke. And he gets hung up on these little bullshit things, argues, tries to deflect. It's super dishonest. It is really frustrating to listen to. Major league dishonesty.
Say
no. I support that, but it's just not important. I support that it's just a waste of everybody's time. Like ISOM comes in and says, "Ladies, if you you better leave because if you get involved, I'm going to beat your ass too." That's not a very heroic thing to say. That's what the bad guy in fucking RoboCop said, dude. Like I know you have no memory, no working memory of other properties. That's why your book sucks so much. But that's what bad guys say.
Anything but it's not even a hero thing, though, Dick. Like that's one of the things that I don't understand. That you think that he's supposed to to be a superhero. I don't think he was represented as a superhero in the book at all. He was represented as a guy with powers. We don't actually know if he's a super quote unquote hero yet or not.
Right. He still has to be a protagonist, which means he has to be identifiable. He has to be
but
we
he
have
was.
to identify with what he's doing. Walking in. Well, then what did you identify with, Nina? What was the main hanger to you?
It is a superhero book, though, so I think most people going into this assume the character has powers.
Yeah.
Why is it a weird debate?
Cover, dude. It's on the cover. Like he's a powered dude that's fucking punching this chick. Like
I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of comics,
based
but I'm
on
pretty
that,
sure
you
there's a Batman comic where a guy is punching.
Just off of the book alone, you can assume he has some kind of enhanced strength and like flight, like that, or high agility. There's artwork of him out there. Like,
this is big right here.
Flying.
I just know what I read in the book.
He does some agility stuff,
like
but
hovering.
He doesn't fly. Okay, see, all this stuff, Eric, is good to get out of the way in the introduction of your book.
It says in the book he doesn't fly.
He explicitly says it in the book.
Yeah.
He explicitly says it.
Flash, did you
goes
read
through
it?
that internal dialogue.
He literally says in the book that
see,
he
this is what I'm talking about with you not being in good faith, because you can't get fundamental things correct because you're so mad at for whatever reason angry at myself and the success it is that we saw, and you're shitting on people's friends and customers and all, and going on about this other stuff. You can't even get fundamental thing wrong. He specifically goes through internal dialogue about him not being able to fly. You claim to have read the book and you couldn't even.
I didn't think he could fly until Flash said he could fly.
Well, you just tried to lecture me. Hold on.
When there was the material to promote the book, there was something out there that looked like he was doing like a
hold on.
Flash. So you thought he could fly, right?
Okay. So you said you read the book, right?
No fucking answer. Every time I ask anything about ISOM, no fucking answer because none of you guys read this piece
you
of
said
shit.
You read the book, right, homie? You said you read the book, right, homie? So why would you try to lecture me on some things that we should go through when he specifically goes through that internal dialogue?
I didn't say he could fly, you jackass. Flash.
No, that's not what I see. All right. So
I read the book.
You just said no. What you just said, what you just went. Now you're very angry, and that's cool. But
I like this
just
part.
calm the fuck down. You ain't gonna do.
I'll be as angry as I want.
You're not gonna do shit. You're not gonna do shit to anybody. Anyway, like I was saying, you tried to lecture me about going through like why I should have went through something, and then what you specifically are referring to. I actually went through it in the book. You get this critical error wrong multiple times. Multiple times. He goes through the internal dialogue of him not being able to fly. And you just tried to we need to rewind that.
Fly, you stupid fuck. Flash.
You just went through. No, you just
said he could fly. I said he could fly.
You just said this is something that I should have went through. I'm trying to explain. I don't know if we need to rewind it. I don't know if the acoustics is bad.
Well,
where you're sitting. What I'm saying is you just tried to lecture me about it.
I read it when it came out, so it's been a long time since
you tried to
this fucking monologue is aimed at you, Flash. I don't know. I knew he couldn't fly. You said he could.
You just said that this was something that you tried to lecture me of. This is something that I should have gone through. Did you not just say that?
Yeah, because Flash didn't get it.
Okay, so if he didn't get it, you can't lecture me about something that I actually went through. If you want to say that that's a failure on Flash's comprehension or something, that's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about what you just said.
Yeah, it was kind of a joke at Flash's expense. Like the overall point is that your story sucks. There's
all right, that's cool. That's cool. All right, I understand.
You don't explain why
I understand that you don't like the story.
You don't give these emotional moments in the book that you need to have a good story. They're
cool.
totally.
I thought they had an emotional moment in the book when he was talking to his niece. I thought that was emotional. I liked it. I like that part. So I understand one of your criticisms that I thought I agreed with was the hook, because I thought that the hook could have been stronger in the sense of him going out to look for the girl to begin with. But otherwise, Dick, your criticisms have been very hollow. Like you're nitpicking at very, very specific things that have actually been explained in the book, like this flying situation that you just talked about.
Yeah, see, Dick pulls back and kind of laughs because his criticisms aren't specific. They're very broad story structure issues. He's like, what are you talking about? Hollow and nitpicky. Nina, that was... you didn't read his critique.
Yeah.
Or like... somehow you have a bleeding heart for women all of a sudden, and then black man approaching a woman in the street is
look at Eric just sitting back like
I made a joke about that being a.
I'm gonna let my bitches take over for me for a minute. Look at Eric like just leaning up against the ropes. And this is the thing. Again, I want you to just remember what happens after this. Eric says, I'm going to be talking to each and every one of you about putting me in that fucking position. This is what happens. And this is why you can see him stewing right now. He's being embarrassed. He doesn't want to have to answer for criticism. And he's going to make everyone on this panel pay later.
So, like that's you understand that the notes are just like a running dialogue that I have while I'm reading the book.
I understand that.
And then the big description of why the story does not work and where it can be improved is the point. You guys are focused on these little details and observations I made at the top.
You're specifically hung up on little details. You're saying you need to tell me every single detail of every single power that he has. Why isn't he flying?
No, I would like any indication of the powers.
And he's saying, just wait, I'll tell you the origin story at some point. And you're saying that's not good enough for a first issue. That you have no fucking plot, that you have no story. That's not the case, because a lot of people enjoyed the story like I did. I enjoyed the story. I read it. It was good.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. My point was, this is why the story is not good.
Dick, the problem is that you attacked his business first.
Yeah.
And that's why he's not listening to you. The reason why he's not receptive to what you have to say is because you attacked his business first and foremost. And then you went ahead and gave your notes about the book. And so he's mad because you called him a scammer and you attacked the woke thing. And you do that and you're going to shut somebody down and they're not going to listen to you. And that's why he's not receptive to your notes at all and doesn't give a shit what you have to say. And that's the situation that we find ourselves in right now. So he doesn't want to hear you. And that's,
I understand. And I thank you for letting me on. I defended Eric's marketing for a year, leading up to this final note taking, leading up to actually reading it. And I'm pro. Thank you. I'm pro marketing. I think the marketing is great. I think the marketing you did, Eric, was a huge success. And I thought it was great that you could, as I explained to Vito, I thought it was great that you told a story where people could spend money and feel good about what they were spending the money on. And that was what I thought the book was. That's what it represented to people who bought it. I think they bought it as a trophy to have, and that was a good thing to me. But as soon as it turned into the book is a financial marketing success to equals it's a creative success, I said, well, that's not true. The creative part is not there, and this is what could be changed. And I believe strongly that those two are separate things. And after that, it turned into a very petty and very childish flame war between us.
He is.
And that's where it is.
No, that's not what happened. There's no flame war between you. Like you came in.
This is the other thing, by the way, that Eric does. He'll sit there and fight with somebody and go, this is just you fighting. This isn't a flame war. There's no beef between us. There's you. You have beef. I don't have beef. Chicken. But that's another one of his moves. Like, see, Dick's like, fuck is this? Essentially. But Eric is sitting there sulking like a toddler. This is the other thing. Wait do you see what happens next year? We're almost done this. Don't worry, guys.
And with the energy that you came in with, this is something that you take issue with what it is that I do. This is not the other way around. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know, other than the fact that you haven't accomplished anything in the space it is that I'm actually.
Listen to how mad he is. Other than the fact that it is that you haven't accomplished anything it is in the space that I am in, it is. But
the end. I don't know anything about you like that. And quite frankly, I don't care. It's not important by any means. Like I said, it's not like you have some sort of sense of accomplishment that would make your opinion of me or even my product that valuable like that. You've already, like to Ethan's point, you went off the rip calling me a scammer, right? You basically advocated.
Eric, that's the only thing that you have to say is, listen, I don't want to listen to you because you call me a scammer. I just don't want to hear it, That's all this other stuff about you don't have anything, you didn't do anything, so I don't know why I need to listen to you. That is bullshit. You listen to everyone. No, I mean, this is the thing. Why would you say things like that when your entire business model on the internet is to criticize accomplished directors, and filmmakers and comic book creators who have done a ton of things that you have not done. You do not have the credentials to criticize anyone. And that's what you're accusing Dick of. Look at Dick's got to put up with this shit. God, this is so fucking degrading all around.
Piracy of my own product. So you essentially are knocking me, and that's cool. Like I said, that's cool with me that you're knocking me. However, I'm just not going to be listening to you of all people, and that's it. This isn't a feud. This isn't a me against you. I don't know. This is you went after me. I don't know you like that. I'm not reviewing your stuff. I don't care to review your stuff. I don't know you like that. So it's not a feud by any means. You just took issue with it, and I'm cool with that. You don't like the story. You think the book sucks. Fine with me. We went through your criticism. Consider it a criticism of your criticism. I felt it largely lousy, pathetic. It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
He's going to cry, dude. He's literally going to cry. Consider this a criticism of your criticism. I found it lousy. And with it was, let me explain. It was good criticism. You can still find it on the internet. What the hell is this guy crying about? I can't believe any of this.
Context of actually reading the book, and it certainly didn't read like someone, as far as the actual write-up, like someone that even bothered to actually read it. But you claim you did. Cool. Either way, you are free to dislike it, and I'm free to reject your position on this. What I'm saying is your position ain't gospel. Right. So if you don't think it's a creative success, fine. If you don't think it had a good enough story, you thought it sucked, you thought it was trash, we all good over here, homie. Other people don't feel that way. There are other people that like the book. There
are always people who are stupid. You know what I mean? But then there are smart people who have like smart criticism about making something better. Other people liked it.
About it all the time on my stream. They have no issues with the motivation. They're excited about some of these characters it is that I've created. Your position or your opinion of me is not gospel. You are not the beacon of truth. You are not the person that is all ever knowing. You possess the knowledge to understand, because you, again,
he tied himself up there. You are not the beacon of knowledge. You possess the knowledge to know the beacon of you. Lost what he was saying. By the way, guys, it's a false narrative that Eric can't take criticism. This phony narrative that some YouTubers say that Eric can't take criticism is complete bullshit. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie, as you can see.
And being the beacon of truth, you understand that this sucks or it doesn't. That's not how it works. You're just a dude with an opinion, and that's cool with me.
I look forward to reviewing ISOM too.
Sweet.
All right, now here's coming up here. This is where Eric kind of sealed his fate, because whatever that was a tantrum, the likes of which, when I told you he acted like he would seethe like a toddler. He had like the ego of a statesman, but like the temperament of like a toddler, like unable to accept criticism, prone to outbursts like this, retarded gibberish. And Dick Masterson just has to sit there and listen to it. And I think Dick felt kind of like a bully there a little bit. So Dick is going to apologize to Eric. And Eric's response to his apology seals his fucking fate. Dick becomes a full-time troll of Eric July after this. Watch this.
Sounds good.
Hopefully you buy it this time, you cheapskate.
No, I don't buy media. Didn't I miss it? I only wanted a PDF because I thought I couldn't buy it.
Get on Rippaverse.com, Dick. Get out of here.
You owe him a
superkiller.org to buy Vito's comic and compare the two. That's where, right, Nina? I know I'm going to send you a copy of Superkiller.
Good Lord, please don't.
You can keep it in the wrapper just like you keep Eric's.
Is it going to be like the anti-hero, which is so funny that it's like what his comic book guy is like the anti-hero, is going around killing. That's so funny that he chose that as his main character. It's so like Vito to be like, I'm the anti whatever the fuck everyone's talking about. I'm pro pedos. Like that's what he's all about. Right?
I love it. I love the we're pedophiles and racists because we don't like the comic.
Who is
hey, no, I know, never said you.
Is he killing like pedophile superheroes?
Actually, he only goes after Vito himself. Actually, that's another thing. Why are you guys so into this pedo shit? with
Why
Vito.
are you so into
All you gotta
it?
do is watch that
maybe
stream that he did with
maybe some of
Nina.
us are parents. No, wait a minute. Maybe some of us are
Where's
parents.
the
And when
comedy
somebody,
in that?
We don't like
somebody
pedophiles.
spits out, wait.
None of us like pedophiles, right? Can
Holy
we all
shit,
admit
man.
that none of us like pedophiles?
Vito
why
does.
don't we
Dude,
pull
Vito,
up the
Vito
stream?
sits out here
Let's
every
pull up
day and
the
he's like,
stream, Dick, and watch it
pedos,
right
I'm
now.
a pedo. Dude, if a guy stood outside my house yelling
Hold on a
pedo, I'd
second,
take
Tug.
their word on it.
Let's pull up the stream that he did with Nina and
I'd
watch
take
it right
his word
now.
on it.
Let's watch
Can
that
we
comedy.
Can we not say yes or no? We're all anti-pedophile.
Yo, I'm
Everybody?
anti-pedophile.
Of course.
I'm anti-pedophile.
Everybody in the world has been pretty much anti-pedophile, right?
Not Vito.
Doesn't seem like Vito does, because every time
you guys
someone talks
insane?
bad about a pedophile, he runs out there with a shield.
Yeah, every fucking time Vito's like, oh, the pedos. We gotta have sympathy for them.
He really
Fuck
likes
all
him. He
that.
feels bad for him, Dick.
It's so
What, you don't feel
embarrassing.
bad for pedophiles?
No.
Well, I could say
not at
Canada has
all.
the solution for people
Not
with
even a
mental
zero- not even a
illness.
little
You
bit.
do? How you do
That's
feel
the
bad for
solution.
pedophiles?
No. I
Are you
don't feel it.
kidding me? You have a compulsion to fuck kids and you can't get rid of it? Well, that's horrible.
And you feel sorry for that? That's sick, man.
Why
That's
would
fucking
you?
sick.
It's a mental
Why would
illness.
you want anyone to have? You don't feel sorry for people with mental illnesses? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Go and get
It's
fucking
beyond
help.
Look,
Don't
it's
fuck
beyond a
kids
mental illness.
to fix
like,
it.
You're putting it on the same
man.
level as somebody who's depressed and
Wow.
and somebody who has mental illness is not the same.
That's y'all partner, not mine. I don't know this nigga like that. I'll be right back.
It's not the same as
Canada,
somebody with
Canada
Wow.
has a
mental
new
illness.
medical
That is
treatment
not
for
the
people
same
with
thing.
mental illness.
Yeah, killing themselves,
Canada-
right?
Canada has a new treatment for people with mental illness.
Hey,
Finish the joke.
Look.
Okay, can we all agree that everybody's
He's
just
your
buying
bro.
Eric's book to have it and they're not actually reading it while he's gone? Can we all?
Hey, I
you
read
guys-
it.
No.
Joke.
I
It's
read
funny.
it twice. I did read it. I read the comics I buy.
Patrick, what'd you think of it since you read it and you bought it? I'm guessing.
There it is.
No. I enjoyed it, but I will say this. It was.
Do you
the
know
first-
Do you not know?
I
what's going
love
on
that they
in
shut
Canada, Dick?
PTP up.
yeah, people are killing themselves.
Yeah, if you're
That's what I
mental
said.
illness, homeless, they offer medical assisted suicide.
I mean, I would think pedophiles would want to do that.
Good.
I hope Vito moves there.
That's the solution.
Look,
I have
Look.
critique.
Patrick, now that Eric's back, please tell us what you thought of Eric July's book.
Dude, like I
Once you
thought
go
it-
move
Interrupt
next to
them
one,
again.
Dick.
A pedophile?
Yeah.
I'm sure that I live
Thank you,
next
Nina.
to at
He
least
does
one.
a show with one every week.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they're very
true,
hard
yeah.
to identify.
Talk to
They're
us.
all over the place. I've been on Megan's Law. I know they're fucking. I used to live in Hollywood, bro. You load up Megan's Law, and it looks like a fucking Pac-Man game in Hollywood.
Mm.
What do you? What am I supposed to say to that? Oh wow.
Do you feel
Oh,
sorry for him? Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That would be horrible. I mean, if
Well,
we had
we
a cure for
differ in that.
pedophilia, we would cure them, right?
I have a cure. You just
There is
don't
a
like
cure.
it.
It's in Canada.
Yeah, you don't
They
like
should
the
move
cure.
there.
I feel like I'm talking to like a bunch of retarded jocks. Like we would cure them of the desire to fuck kids, right?
Well, that's what that medical solution that Canada offers will help solve.
Hilarious. So we would like
You know,
cure
it's
them
true.
of the
It's not meant
desire,
to be
right?
a joke, Dick.
It's not a joke. That's literally
Holy
how we
shit.
feel.
That is fucking retarded. You can't even think it through. Like if we could cure it like with a wish and get rid of it in the human genome, we would.
We would, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that would
Yes,
be
sure.
great.
Fuck,
Yeah,
thank
of
you,
course.
Ethan.
But that's
But that doesn't
you know,
mean that I
that's
feel
a
sorry
paradise.
for them in any way, shape, or form.
I
Yeah.
I would do a
No,
lot
I
of
got
things
it.
if I had a
pedophiles
wish.
are
Very
the victim
tough.
in
It's
this
very tough.
situation, You know
Oh
that.
yeah,
You're
because
very-
I'm so
you're very
tough.
I mean, you're sounding tough. That's
I mean,
It's pretty tough. It's
but
pretty
Dick, I would
fucking
do a lot of
You're
things
calling
if I
us
had a
here,
wish.
Todd.
I hear
That-
Vito's
that-
pretty far from tough when you meet him in real life.
Vito. He's a big
Man.
fat guy. I don't think he wants to be tough. What do you mean?
Well, he just runs his mouth a lot online. Doesn't seem to
He's a
have any
big fat
backbone
guy.
when you meet him in person. From what I hear,
What do you want to fight him, Flash?
sure.
Is that what I mean? That's your values. You talk online and then you meet somebody and you want to get into a fist fight with him.
No, but I bet if he talks a lot of shit online. But I bet if you asked him about his problems in person, he'd be quite the little bitch about it.
Like problems like what? I mean, me and Vito like protested the biggest trans rally in the world, right? And got attacked and shit. What have you done?
Oh, yeah,
Confrontationally, what have you done?
He looked real tough there in that.
Well, what have you done? What real life altercations have you been in?
Well, I've definitely not
that
ran out
level?
and defended pedophiles left and right.
So
That's for
none.
sure.
So you've been in no confrontations like that. I mean, you're calling Vito a bitch, but what have you done?
Not defended pedophiles.
Okay, so nothing. You're just like
Not defended pedophiles.
oh, you're gonna kick his ass in person? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I said I'd like to talk to him about his problems if I ever met him. I didn't say I was going to.
What do you mean problems? But you implied that he wouldn't like get physical with you. What did you mean by that?
Because he's a bitch.
So he wouldn't get in a fist fight with you over an opinion that he had.
No, I bet you he would apologize immediately.
Or else what?
Well, there'd be no issue.
Okay. So he just would reverse his opinions because he was afraid of you physically?
Sure.
Okay. Great. Very forward thinking,
Patrick,
guys.
what'd you think of the book?
Forward thinking, yeah.
No one cares.
Forward thinking, man.
Let's have a let's have a wood chipper moment. Let's
man. How many kids have you ever? How many pedophile victims?
Yeah.
If you want to play the what about game, how many pedophile victims have you sat down with and actually done something about? Since we're talking about victims, never, probably none, man.
How many pedophile victims have I?
You want to troll? You're troll, man. We know you're a troll, dude. And that's fine. That's why I stay out of these.
I mean, I'm doing just as much as you guys ranting about kicking Vito's ass because he said.
yeah.
I have no idea what he
Why do you
even
defend
said.
pedophiles, Dick?
Why do I defend pedophiles raping kids? I don't do that.
Well, you feel sorry for him.
Why does every conversation with you retards go into calling people pedophiles? Nobody likes pedophiles. Not even pedophiles like pedophiles.
Well, let's pull up Nina's stream.
I mean,
Hold on.
you're such fucking scumbags. You call everybody pedophiles. That's your whole thing. That's the only arrow in your quiver. Do you know how fucked that is, Nina, to call somebody a fucking pedophile?
No, we said he's a pedophile lover. He sympathizes with them.
Pedophile lover.
That's all we said. We didn't call him a pedophile. We don't.
Can we talk about comics again? Is there any chance
Patrick,
that we could get
what
off
did
the
you think
kid
about the
fucking?
book?
I mean, it's just enough. You know.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm bringing the mood down, and I'm just gonna keep fighting
Hold
with
on a second.
everybody.
I'm gonna pull up Nina's stream where she talked to Vito. You don't want to watch it?
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
I know Vito's. I know we all hate pedophiles, right? So I don't know what this is gonna
Doesn't
prove.
seem like Vito does.
Not enough for you guys. Sorry. No, I don't know if anybody hates pedophiles.
We started, Dick. You came in here because we were talking about story. Okay.
Hold on. Another question. He says he defends cuties because of free speech.
Jesus.
Then why does he try to get people's platforms taken down? Like when he sent clips of Andy Worski saying the N-word.
This is about deplatforming. So you're calling Vito a pedophile because he tried to deplatform one of your friends.
Well, no. When you ask
Vito, you changed the goalpost. You changed the goalpost so much, Dick.
When you ask Vito
such a tool.
why he defends cuties, why does he defend cuties? He says because of free speech. Why, if he supports free speech, why does he try to silence people's speech by tagging Team YouTube on Neurotic to try to get his channel taken down?
Well,
when
he got
Alex
angry.
Jones on?
He got angry. Let's
deplatform him. I'm angry.
He got angry.
Nerdrotic.
Yes, he got angry and did that.
Right.
He said that.
And then the next week it was really hilarious when he went on InfoWars.
I know, it was.
Also, Andy Worski had that boxing match, and then he's tagging the Sun, sending clips of Andy saying the N-word to the boxing arena and the promoters. Where's the free speech in that? I don't understand that. But Cutie's defense is free speech. But he's quite willing to silence people's speech left and right.
Yeah, I mean, he's a liberal. What do you want? That's what they do.
Yeah, I think he likes kids.
Okay, Nina, what was that about how no one's calling him a pedophile? There you fucking go.
He lays a lot of eggs down to pick up, doesn't he?
There you go, Nina. What did I fucking say?
Look, he says he sympathizes with them a lot. It's kind of questionable. That's all. So people... I have a valid opinion about what he puts out.
Okay, story. I think story is very important for independent comics.
Yes.
It's more important for independent comics to get story right than anything else. Eric, I apologize for calling you a scam artist. I don't think you are, but I glibly refer to marketing and scams as the same thing because I think they kind of are. I'm in marketing, and I it's just like a kind of joke that I say. I don't think it's a scam. I think you could work on your storytelling and get better. And I hope everybody in indie comics gets better with their stories.
I'm happy to hear what your guys' solutions are, and I assume it's to line them up against the wall and shoot them in the head, but I think that's not going to get the results you want either.
I think you're essentially equating other mental illnesses like depression and anxiety to people who are inherently predatory and have the urge to harm children. And I don't think that's right to put it on the same playing field of, oh, well, this was stigmatized, so just like that, we have to destigmatize pedophilia. Because by
I don't know why Vito picked up on this. I swear to God, Vito chose this role for himself, defending pedophiles. And it's
like how you're doing, which you've said in chat that you sympathize with them, that they deserve empathy. You are normalizing it. And what does that do? That incentivizes it. And when you normalize it, they're going to come out of the woodwork. And you know what's going to happen? They're not going to get lined up against the wall and shop, be like, oh, we found them, guys. No, what's going to happen?
This is irrelevant. Hold on a second.
They have a sexual attraction that, I mean, let's...
Article with...
Ugh.
I bet they don't want to be fucking pedophiles. Yeah.
Yeah, but his argument is that we need to create a safe space so that they all.
I want you to hear it from somebody else about story and shit, because I think writing stories is fun. I've done it for a long time, and I think you'd have fun doing it too. That's it. I'm sorry I said a bunch of mean shit. You said a bunch of mean shit too, but I don't. That's just my piece. All right.
Okay.
Eric is really
goodbye,
like at this point, and then Dick leaves.
Everybody go to Dick Show. Dick that show. See you later.
Hey, listen. Hey, thanks.
Hold on a second. Again, let me just hear Eric making noise there after receiving a very generous apology.
I'm sorry I said a bunch of mean shit. You said a bunch of mean shit too, but I don't. That's just my piece. All right.
That's it. Oh my God. So from there, that's how that all happened. Now, after that moment, I did receive a text message from Eric July telling me that my support, my seeming to, how did he phrase it? I can't even remember now. But he basically told me that it looked like I was playing middle of the road and thereby aiding the narratives of his enemies. And he was going to reciprocate on that unless I got in line. And that's how all this started, you know. But listen, I mean, you know, as a creative person, I couldn't abide that. I couldn't. Like, that was some bullshit. I had real trouble with that. And from there, I just started to not like Eric July. That's where we are now. And I believe he's done the same thing to other people. I do believe he contacted all of those individuals. Shortly after I revealed his text message, which I called a night letter, a lot of my friends started to turn on me. Yellow Flash, who was leading that thing, out of the blue, I'd never said anything bad to Yellow Flash, turned on me viciously, violently, and spent an entire weekend spamming Twitter with just utter belligerent hatred for me. And I don't know why. I don't know what I did to that guy. But he said, I'm never going to talk about Ethan again because he tore down the ComicsGate room, the ComicsGate community room on Twitter. He revealed what my cover rate was to the entire internet, which is, by the way, very awkward because I hired Matt Barr to do a cover for me. And now everybody knows what I get paid to do a cover. And Matt Barr, I said, what's your cover rate? He said, you tell me. So he did this cover for me, and I had to pay him something that probably a little more than I would have paid ordinarily, because my cover rate is high. Matt Barr gets $500 as per. I took a way better care of him than that. Way better care. He was blown away by it too. So that's where we are. I believe that what is happening in the background, behind the scenes here, is that Eric July has made good on his threats. I believe that these people, his friends, are mobilizing against me right now. I believe that, I don't know if directly this is happening, but I believe his fans are, creating weird fake accounts to mob my Twitter. I've been getting like a lot of refund requests from people who are angry with me for criticizing Eric July, all of this stuff. And I think it's meant to intimidate me. And I think it's also meant to kind of take me off the map. I think Nerdrotic, I think I think Yellow Flash, I think all of their friends are in on it. I think that's pretty clear if you take a look at the things that they're saying. And I thought about it, and I thought about what I would do about it. And then I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to create TRASHCAST, and I'm going to fucking just take a flamethrower to these asswipes. Because frankly, I think all of them are grifters. I think all of them are dishonest. I think that none of them actually tell the truth about anything that they're talking about. I think that their content is incredibly brainless. It is not good for this community. It's not helping creative people to grow, and it's not helping our viewers to think. And I don't think they understand media. I don't think they know what art is. I don't think that they're suitable judges, intelligent judges, for what art is, media is. I don't think there's a brain amongst them combined. I think all totaled up, I don't think their IQ equals mine, and I'm a dummy from New Jersey. So, that's what I'm doing here. This is TRASHCAST, and it started there, and I want you to understand that it will continue. Daddy will get his belt, and I will spank all of these people until they fall back into line again. And cease trying to take me off the board, because it ain't going anywhere, guys. I'm talented. I'm smarter than you. I'm funnier than you. I will be here for a long, long, long time. And I can promise you guys that, too. I will bring my t-shirt back, Go Get Daddy's Belt. I will bring back the Go Get Daddy's Belt t-shirt from my earliest days of the Fandom Menace, and I will give these guys spankings, and they all definitely deserve them.